Good morning, everyone. I'm Dinesh Pasnet, a team leader for this project. We have five members, team members for this project. Here, I'm going to present this project in few topics, including introductions, project background, project requirements, project context, and objectives.
My name is Jasmeet Chima, and today I'm presenting the Indigenous Travel App project. We were 5 team members worked on this project, and as a team member, I was assigned the task to present the scope and overall methodology of this project.
Hello, my name is Manish Tama, and today I'm gonna demonstrate about the technology and tools, implementation process, deliverables, and the process, and deliver and comparison.
Hello, it's me Amit Rai. Today I'm going to describe about testing process and future recommendation.
Hello everyone, I'm Veera Gunaratna. Today I'm going to demonstrate about client benefits and conclusion of this presentation.
Here, I'm going to present this project in few topics, including introductions, project background, project requirements, project context, and objectives. Let me start with the introductions. This Cooee Indigenous travel app is a mobile app that is designed to connect tourism with indigenous culture, offering travels and enriching in experience while promoting respect and engagement with Australian indigenous heritage. This app was developed in collaboration with Poralka and has organization dedicated to preserve indigenous traditions and empowering the indigenous business. Let me explore further steps that are taken in order to complete this project. Here we have the project background. When we initially start this project, the app was in its early stage, and there was a lot of features and functionality lagging. So the feature it features a basic map showing native titles, overlays, and the few businesses were displayed in the destination part, but lagging a lot of functionalities. Features like geofencing alerts, sacred sites, podcast, and offline access were missing, so our team enhanced the app significantly by adding the route planning and geofencing functionality, integrated sacred sites and podcasts, and ensuring the offline support. We also customized marker to make the trip more interactive and user friendly. These changes transform the app in a comprehensive tools for exploring indigenous culture. Now we have the project requirements. The project requires us to address the several key areas. First, we need to enhance the trip plotting functionality to provide the user with a complete view of businesses along their journey and in the source and destination as well. So custom marker were crucial for differentiating the locations like sacred sites and the businesses. So similarly, integrating sacred sites and podcast play functions for the storytelling, enriching the user experience. The app also needed to be user friendly, scalable, reliable, culturally sensitive to meet the client requirements. Each of these requirements guided our development process, ensuring the app deliver both functionally and respect for the indigenous culture. Now we have the project context. To give the project context, the app originally had a basic map, native titles, and the businesses were only displayed on the destination part, and destination. However, the trip plotting features needed significant improvement. Key features like geofencing, alert, and the podcast were missing, and Marco did not differentiate between the categories. Our team focused on addressing these gaps by addressing the geofencing, integrating sacred sites and podcasts, and improving the trip plotting within 100-kilometer radius. Now businesses are displayed not just at the destination but also along the route, providing user with a much richer experience. Now the main objective of this project were to enhance the trip plotting so the user can see the businesses just at the destination but along with their entire route. Next, we focus on offline functionality, enabling the app to work seamlessly in the remote areas. We also wanted to integrate audio storytelling and sacred sites to create an immersive culture experience. Finally, we customized the marker to make and navigate more intuitive and user friendly. This objective guided every decision we made during the development process.
First of all, I would like to thank to my team members, my team leader, the project supervisor Dr. Japara, and client Mr. Shane, who gave us an opportunity to build the Travel Indigenous mobile application. Now I just want to elaborate the scope of this project and what we didn't achieve on this project. So the scope of this project, the project aims to the creation of mobile application that create awareness and direct user to Indigenous culture points of interest, enterprises and historical sites in Australia. The key features include interactive maps or a dominant map of 100-kilometer radius that shows Indigenous places of interest and Indigenous business establishments. We also add the podcast integration, so there will be audio podcasts within the app to inform the use of culture, historical and religious values of the scenic sites being visited. User interface is very important part of this one. So functional interface, which means that it had to be easily understood and accessed by users of this generation, and they should have easy time in navigating through the app. Indigenous business promotion as well. The app will offer visibility to Indigenous owned businesses as part of the economic development of such communities. All the elements under consideration are rather essential for achieving the aim of expanding knowledge and increasing respect for Indigenous people. Some aspects or some elements are out of scope because of the time constraint. So certain features are intentionally excluded from this project scope. E-commerce functionality, specifically it will not be making direct sales or inventory information available to the customers using the app. We didn't have the information about the podcast, so we just put like half the podcast and whatever information we got from the client. And we also add less sacred sites, but we are able to add more if we get like more data. So such exclusion help in development of as well targeted and more easily manageable project. Now I just explain more about the project overall methodology and the design of this project. So Indigenous Travel App was developed through Scrum process, which provides for sequential cycle of software construction and feedback. Since the project was already piloted by previous team in this setting, so Scrum enabled us to adapt and advance the app per the client's updated specification. The changes included in this release were extensions on the business visibility, custom markers, audio play, and sacred sites features were developed in short and intense cycle to overcome the issue present in the previous versions. We used the Scrum approach. Another advantage of the Scrum approach was that it was quite responsive to all alterations. After each sprint, changes could be made according to what the users wanted. This approach was very useful, especially when changes were required, with the goal of the project or when it was needed to adjust the app as close as possible to the client vision. At the end, I want to thank everyone for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this project. I learned a lot from this project and I feel privileged to promote the Australian Indigenous culture and community. That's from my side. Thank you very much.
In this slide, I will discuss the technologies and the tools that were carefully selected to meet the app's functional requirements and ensure the scalability. And the technologies and the tools that we use is the Flutter and Dart for cross-platform developments, and Google Map SDK for map features, and localization for the offline data handling, and geolocator for the proximity calculation for like 100-kilometer distance to show the business, an Android device for the testing, and Git code for a repository, like whatever code we did on this project, we store that in a Git repository, and Microsoft team for data sharing and communication, and Android studio for the coding and testing. And the implementation focus on the integration on the chosen technology while ensuring the user-friendly interface and the offline functionality. Using a Flutter and Dart, we build a cohesive UI with a widget like the stack, positions, and the Google Map, allowing seamless interaction with the indigenous sites and the businesses. The Google Map SDK was used for the dynamic route plotting, proximity-based site displays, and the custom marker to differentiate the sacred site and the business and the events. And such as the geolocator package enables the proximity-based filtering, showing the businesses and the landmark within the 100 kilometer of the user's locations or along with the roads. And we have a JSON file here, like the local JSON storage ensures the offline data handling. The site category like the festival, tours, and the sacred sites, and whatever business we have, like everything that stores in a JSON file, which efficiently, like we use this one for to retrieve and the display the business around a sacred site and everything else, or whatever data we have, it stored in a JSON file. And the audio storytelling feature was implemented by linking the local audio files in the asset folder to the site dates, offering users an immersive experience. This slide represents the key delivery about what we completed in our project, and such as like interactive map, seamless navigation with the detail marker for the business and sites. And we have on our right hand side we have some pictures, like here we can see some icons which indicates the different business category or events or some sites. Audio storytelling was integrated, allowing user to listen to the podcast that narrates the cultural significance of the specific sites and the businesses. In the picture, you can see the play button for audio play podcast for a specific place, and wherever audio file is located, it says the play button shows. And like some of businesses, like we don't have the podcast available, so it says like podcast not available. The app now features a proximity based display showing the businesses within the 100 kilometers of the user route, and making it easier for the user to explore the relevant locations. Like in the picture you can see the trip plot from one start point to destinations, and there are lots of businesses around 100 kilometers source along with the trip, and as well as the source and destination. Secret sites were marked on the map using the unique icon with the cultural information displayed in a pop-up, and this feature was developed using the data provided by clients. Lastly, the offline functionality was implemented using JSON file storage, ensure that the app remains usable in the remote area without internet connectivity as well. This app stored the data in the local mobile phone or local device, so that's why like we didn't need the internet to access the data, so it work offline. We can run this app without having internet. So we have a deliver and comparison. In this slide highlights the comparison between the previous state and the current state of the project. The previously app mapped the lack of visibility for the indigenous business. Now it features the custom marker that differentiate between the businesses and sacred sites and the events. Sacred sites were not marked in the earlier version. We have now integrated the sacred site using the data provided by the client with the pop-up and provide the cultural and historical insight. There was no audio storytelling feature previously. The app now includes the podcast that narrate the significance of the businesses and the landmark and some sites. And proximity display were limited to the user destination. The app now dynamically show the business and site within 100-kilometer radius of the user roads.
Hello guys, today I'm so excited to share the testing process we used for the Indigenous travel app. We all know that testing is an important aspect of every project, and for this app, we are sure that all functions work smoothly to provide the best experience for users and satisfying our clients' expectations. There are four types of testing as seen in the slide. They are unit testing, integration testing, device testing, and user feedback. Now, let's start with unit testing. First, we focus on testing individual features of the app. For example, we verified that the map markers were being plotted correctly, the audio playback feature for podcasts worked smoothly, and the data parsing from JSON files was accurate. This step ensured that every small, isolated part of the app worked as intended before integrating it with other components. Secondly, there is an integration testing. Once we confirmed the individual components were functional, we tested how they interacted with one another. For instance, we checked the interaction between the map, the geolocation feature, and the data storage system. This helped us ensure that features like tree plotting and geofencing work seamlessly as a whole, not just as individual parts. As third point, device testing. Testing wasn't limited to a simulator or deployment environment. We ran the app on Android devices to test its reliability and performance in real-world conditions. This allowed us to identify device-specific issues such as differences in performance, responsiveness, or rendering. Ensuring the app functioned well on an actual device was crucial for delivering a high-quality user experience. Let's discuss about user feedback. In the end, we incorporated we incorporated feedback from the users. This step was vital to understand how real users interacted with the app. Feedback helped us identify areas where the app could be more intuitive, where users face challenges, and how we could improve the overall usability. For example, based on feedback, we addressed issues with sacred sites and improved it according to the client's requirements. In this part, I would like to talk about recommendation for future enhancement. As we conclude, I would like to highlight some key recommendations for improving and expanding this app in the future. These recommendations are designed to enhance functionality, usability, and scalability for a broader audience. Point number one, real-time data updates via backend integration. One major improvement will be integrating a robust backend system to enable real-time updates. This will allow data like business listing, secret sites, and routes to be updated dynamically without requiring users to update the app manually. Second point, cross-platform support for iOS. Currently, the app is optimized for Android, but extending support to iOS is crucial for reaching a larger audience. This will involve addressing compatibility challenges specific to iOS development. Point number three, advanced marker clustering for map readability. As more business and sites are added, maps can become cluttered. Implementing implementing marker clustering will group nearby markers into clusters, improving readability and user navigation, especially in dense areas. Point number four, regular updates for features and data. Continuous updates are necessary to keep the app relevant. This includes adding new business, enhancing cultural storytelling elements, and introducing additional user requested features over time. Point number five, implementing of database design. Lastly, structuring and implementing an efficient database design will allow for better management of data, ensuring seamless retrieval and storage of information such as user preferences, site details, and trip data. By implementing these recommendations, The app can evolve into a more dynamic, scalable, and user-friendly tools that caters by the growing needs of users while continuing to promote indigenous culture effectively.
Okay, from this point, I'm going to explain about client benefits. As you can see from this slide, the first bullet point describes about enhanced user experience. Users can do customizations of this app to integrate culturally specific elements, whereas to visible with indigenous locations and also supply a more authentic, relatable experience. The other thing is accessibility is really high to users, and to get more user friendly or user-friendly features that indicates to a diverse audience and making it exclusive major point it to easy to navigate to anyone else from anywhere anytime through the mobile application. Next can be described as increased engagement and reach. The community connection is highlighting from indigenous experiences and cultural and sacred destinations. uh, those will be able to search over the app easily, so that can bring strengthen connections between communities and fosters cultural experiences, and furthermore highlights its positions of interest, which the app as a unique offering attractive for users who are willing to travel sacred places or find more history and heritage around Toowoomba. The other thing is social and cultural impacts highlights impressively also that can develop any promotes indigenous heritage, tradition and stories playing a role in their preservation, and also additionally empowering local communities can be encouraged travel sacred many destinations as long as tours supporting by expectations and delivers innovative features which is tailored to motivate indigenous travel. The next point is innovative in travel solutions. According to Dr. Zapata's insights, that leverages ensures to of this app to meet user expectations and delivers innovative features to indigenous travel. Scalable framework of this app also help to design app framework to allow for future updates, including new indigenous travel destinations and functionalities. Business and revenue growth is a massive benefit which can earn from clients. According to our indigenous app that can see a unique cultural insights that leads to build accurate partnerships, content for users who are willing to pay for exclusive indigenous travel experiences. The app stands out in a crowded travel market by addressing a specialized audience. Uh, the next point is user can improve cultural community and impacts also. According to the app, that helps to share and preserve indigenous stories, traditions, landmarks, fostering cultural prides and awareness. Uh, the other thing is tourists can drive to indigenous destinations using the app, and from that that will be helpful to create economic opportunities for guiders and local business partners. Technological benefits is also highly specified on this app. For more explanation, the app offers future enhancements such as new features, languages, or destination updates, and, and data collected resources can confirm travel trends, user preferences, and areas of high demand, aiding strategic plans via the app. The educational impacts is also highly can be seen in this app. So educators can use to acknowledge about indigenous histories, customs, and practices, enriching to travelers' experience and fostering global understanding. That encourage responsible tourism by teaching users how to engage respectfully with indigenous culture. So we can conclude the presentation through our entitled knowledge about indigenous cultural and cultural experiences. From the beginning, our team worked hard to achieve main goals regarding this project. We would be able to successfully address the client's challenges with cultural respect. On the other hand, technically enhanced many user experience through the innovative features that led to get more opportunities for further investments and scalability and advanced features. Thank you. Any questions?